I'm Brad Brown. I'm the CEO of ATL Technology, and we believe there's a better way to make medical devices. I come from a family of entrepreneurs and business people, and growing up, I was very close with my grandpa. We often went on 4-mile walks. During these walks, we would often talk about my father's business, which had been his business. During these talks, we would talk about the things that my dad was doing well and the things that maybe he could use some improvement on. And often those walks ended with my grandfather saying, you know, son, when you have your own business, this is what you need to do. I also had a great dad. It seemed like he knew everything and he loved to answer my questions. And we would sit around at dinner and talk about business for hours. My goal in life was to pick up where these great mentors, my grandfather and my father, left off in business. My father's business was a tool and die shop, and I learned to be a tool and die maker. Later, I decided to get a degree in mechanical engineering. During that time, while talking to an uncle, we learned about, he talked about a company that had a very strong engineering emphasis, and that these engineers worked with the engineers of their customers, bypassing their salespeople and their purchasing department, developing solutions that matched exactly what these customers needed. That created a strong vision in me that I someday wanted to start a company around that philosophy. I graduated with my degree in engineering, went to work as an engineer for a company called System Connection, and after just a year was able to apply this method, and it proved to be very successful. Within a year, I was the top salesman. Just a year later, Dan Ellertson and I, we started a company called ATL Technology. Then it was called Precision Cable. And we based it on this engineer-to-engineer philosophy. And it proved to be very successful. Within just a short period of time, we had contracts with HP, with Motorola, with Nokia, with Palm, with Handspring. And if you remember the Palm Pilot, we built all the docking stations and the connector systems for those products. In 2002, I moved to China with my family. And this was because the manufacturing was moving out of the US. Clinton had signed most favored nation status with China, and all of my customers moved their manufacturing overseas. This was disappointing to me, and I went there to make sure that the money was going into the right accounts. China had grown to be our largest manufacturing location. In 2005, I decided to move back to the US. And when I did, I told our team that we wanted to support domestic manufacturing. We found that domestic manufacturing in the medical device space. And again, this engineer-to-engineer methodology of selling proved to be even more successful than it had in our previous work because of the long-term commitments that medical device companies need to make. ATL now does business with 8 of the top 10 medical device companies in the world. These include names like Stryker and Philips and Abbott and Medtronic. We get enormous satisfaction from helping these companies, working with them engineer to engineer, bring these medical device products to market efficiently. We also get a ton of satisfaction from knowing that the products that we do make a difference in the lives of people around the world. Lastly, I just want to say that we're grateful to BioHive and to BioUtah for the difference that they make over the years when we've needed help. For example, when there was tariffs put on our products that are manufactured in China, we were able to go to BioUtah, get the connections that we needed to get the the exemptions on those products and saved millions of dollars. In the beginning of the pandemic, for example, we had a small diagnostics division, and we couldn't get some of the supplies that we needed. We were able to get those connections through BioUtah, and because of that, we were able to help a lot of states and various medical companies get the testing done that they needed to get done to help the people. So encourage you to be a part of BioUtah and BioHive. Thank you.